Hey guys! Every year on 10th of October, the world observes World Mental Health Day. I would like to use this opportunity to provide some relevant information regarding mental health. We all have a mental health, just like the physical health, that needs to be taken care of. Mental health deals with our emotional, psychological, and social aspects of well-being. Without it, we can't even think or behave rationally. Be it to deal with the stresses in life, cope with the problems in hand, or make choices in life. Mental health is important at every age of life, from childhood to adolescence and adulthood. According to the WHO, mental health is a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. So just because you are happy doesn't mean you are mentally healthy, or just because you're feeling a glimpse of sadness doesn't mean you are likely to be diagnosed with depression. आज की भागदौड़ वाली जिंदगी में हम इंडियंस भी इसमें पीछे नहीं हैं। हमारी मेंटल हेल्थ भी कुछ ज़्यादा अच्छी नहीं है। According to a finding titled The Burden of Mental Disorders Across the States of India, the Global Burden of Disease Study 1990 to 2017, which was published in the Lancet Psychiatry, stated that 19.73 crore people suffered with mental disorders in India, out of which many suffered from depression, anxiety, intellectual disability, schizophrenia, and many other mental related disorders. I'm sure by now you have the image of how serious this matter is, especially now during the pandemic we are facing. The rates are definitely much more than what this study shows. Speaking from a professional's point of view, in India, it has never been easy collecting the exact data or even close, as there are many people in India that still suffer from mental illness and yet go undiagnosed due to lack of awareness, being sensitive to judgment. घर वाले क्या कहेंगे, बहुत बदनामी होगी, सब पागल समझेंगे. There are still a lot of things that we need to be aware of about mental health. What is the importance of mental health? There is no health without mental health. Mental health is important for us at every stage of life. It helps us think, feel, and act rationally. With a better mental health, we learn things better and fast. We become more creative and productive. We are better focused towards our goals. We become more assertive in life. We better cope with our problems, face challenges and stresses in life. We better manage our social relationships. We become more pro-social, more helpful. We realize our full potential, which increases our self-efficacy and self-esteem. And the list goes on, but you get the idea how important mental health is. It is not at all true that people with good mental health never have negative thoughts or feel bad about anything. The difference is that they know how to deal with such thoughts and feelings. They don't face such feelings for a prolonged period of time. What are the factors that affect our mental health? Almost anything and everything can affect our mental health. Here are some major factors that play an important role. Genetic inheritance. Exposure to teratogens such as radiation, infection, or even abuse of substances like smoking, drinking, or misuse of drugs can affect a child's mental health before birth. Similarly, inadequate nutrition of the mother before giving birth can also have a negative impact over the development of the fetus. Even a family history of severe illness are observed to affect the mental health of a child. Changes in neurotransmission. Depression and schizophrenia, for example, are believed to be caused due to the change in the level of serotonin and dopamine. Serotonin and dopamine are neurotransmitters that transmit specific message from one cell to another. So, having too much or too little of such neurotransmitters can cause psychological as well as physical symptoms. Brain damage. Accidental brain damage or substance abuse can again have a biological effect over the mental health at any given period of time. Childhood experiences, social isolation, victim to trauma, abuse. physical, verbal, or sexual. Or being bullied can leave a scar over the individual's mental health, even for a lifetime. Current environment, losing a job, facing financial problems, separation from a loved one, or dealing with an ongoing chronic medical condition like cancer or dementia, can have a stressful impact over the mental health. How to know that your mental health is being affected? There are some warning signs or symptoms that help us understand if our mental health is being affected or not. Here are some warning signs: disoriented thinking, unable to focus or concentrate, prolonged sadness or low mood, inability to understand own feelings, isolation from others, uncontrollable fear or anxiety provoking thoughts, feeling of hopelessness, changes in diet or sleep, having low or no energy at all, being frustrated, expressing anger, or resorting to violence, suicidal ideation, self mutilation, cutting, burning of body parts, generally covered areas, seeing or even hearing things that don't even exist, substance abuse, unexplained aches, being unable to deal with daily hassles, showing disinterest in previously loved activities or almost anything. It should be understood that such signs and symptoms do not always support the face value of mental illness. In certain cases, there can be presence or absence of such signs and symptoms to be termed as mental illness. What are the ways to improve our mental health? Sometimes, achieving better mental health may require professional support, such as the need of therapy or medication, especially in order to deal with the serious issues like depression, anxiety, or even schizophrenia. But even if you are not having any such issues, there is no harm in improving your mental health. Today, I'll share with you some of the most common ways to improve our mental health. Maintain a proper diet. Our body and mind need plenty of nutrients that provide us with energy, help us improve our memory, our mood, and enhance various cognitive functioning as well as biological functioning. We should also avoid smoking, drinking, or consumption of various drugs. Sleep well. Our body needs about 7 to 8 hours of sleep for proper functioning. People with sleep deficiency are more likely to report lack of attentiveness, poor memory, somatic pain, bodily changes, or even emotional uneasiness. Take a break. Have some time for yourself. Do what you enjoy. Exercise. Doing exercise on a routinely basis reduces stress and anxiety. Our body produces stress relieving and mood boosting endorphins before and after you work out. Think positive. Just by having positive thoughts, you can bring positive changes in your feelings and behavior. Thinking and feeling positive expands our view on things, and we get the desired results what we are aiming for. Whereas thinking negative makes the world go upside down. Make your life meaningful. Set some goals. Give yourself a direction. Chances are, without the focus, your mind is already being stressed up about the future possibilities. Practice mindfulness. Being mindful allows us to let go of the past that hurts and the future that worries us. Attention can be brought to the present by entirely focusing at the task in hand and involving as many senses towards it. Learn time management and coping skills. Time management and coping skills are quite essential in dealing with stress. Organize time for your work and pleasure. Try out relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, mindfulness, Tai Chi. Express gratitude and practice forgiveness. Being thankful for what you have and for the people around you provides a sense of satisfaction and a better relationship with the people you care about. Similarly, practicing forgiveness helps you move on and focus on what's more relevant in your life. Do something for someone else. Taking a moment out of our busy lives and helping someone in need can have a positive impact on our self-esteem. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. There are times when we require additional help in dealing with our issues, be it a friend, family member, or even a professional. Seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. Well, if you're still taking good care about your physical health only, do think about it.